you remember?
Before all this, before the world was a shit show, before Wizards of the Coast had released War of the Spark, when this card was the boogeyman of everything. People wanted it banned everywhere. Commander, Legacy, Modern. And now, no one gives a fuck because they kept printing worse mythics. This is an Echo deck. I'm going to cast Echo to draw 7 cards. Hopefully my opponent will draw none. I might even Echo their creatures as well. This is Echo Tribal. Now win condition, well, we can Karn lock them. We can make some big old fucking lands of Urza. Or we can make a lot of Thopters with Sai. Well, I guess Emry could beat them down if we've got all the time in the world. Nothing to do with it. Also, Walking Ballista sometimes kills people too. Just make a big Walking Ballista, twat them with it, shoot them with it. Play an Ensnaring Bridge and watch them cry. Play a Chalice of the Void. On one. Watch them cry. I don't fucking know. Let's play some games. We have won the Dival and we can cast Chalice of the Void and Emry on turn 1. So yeah, fuck it. This seems pretty good. We did Island and Mox Opal. We're going to cast our Lotus Petal. We're then gonna go ahead. Oh, we can't cast Emry turn 1 because I won't have the Magic's fucking hard, alright? Cut me some slack. Chance for the Void on 1 resolves. Badlands from our opponent, nothing else. Probably red-black reanimator. We drew a Lion's Eye Diamond, so we play Island and Lion's Eye. And an Emry. We find baubles in the bin, and we can cast an Urza next turn off of the Petal in the bin that we can play off the Emry. So yeah, we're loving life. Heaven of Souls naming Goblin, I assume. There we go, there we go. What's this going to be? A pile driver. That has protection from blue. Fuck me. Play an Urza. Make a construct. Activate Emry targeting Bauble, I guess? Play a Bauble. Cast or activate Urza, maybe? Yeah, why not? Blue, 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 blue. Guess we don't want to hit Echoes here. Refilling their hand will be bad. We hit an island. Never mind. Maybe next. Cavern of Souls naming Goblin again. Interesting, interesting. A War Chief. I feel like a Muxus is in our future. We block the 2/2 and take 3 from the pile driver. We drew a Karn, which I guess we're just going to grab Ensnaring Bridge and cast it. So we slam a bridge, we play another bauble, we pass back to our opponents. They can't attack now. Obviously they're going to have Trash Masters and other ways to destroy the bridge, so then like this doesn't lock them out of the game, but it gives us a turn of them not attacking and slows them down. Another War Chief from our opponent, making all their goblins cost 1 less more mana, so they can now cast a 4-drop if they've got it. Not a Trash Master. They put no goblins into their hand off of Ringleader. We're going to sack 1 bauble to draw a card in our next turn. We drew an Echo. We're down so I can grab a Walking Ballista. I go to tap a load of mana for the Walking Ballista and our opponent scoops it up. Got him. I'm going to bring in 2 copies of Dismember so we can fuck them up. That's what it does, right? It fucks up goblins. I'm actually going to cut my chalices completely and bring Echo and Truth in as well. I'm going to keep an Emry. That doesn't do a whole lot. But we can block the Lackey. No, we can't. We'll have to kill it with Dismember. Oh, I could have cast Emry because the cost was reduced by 2. But I guess I want to Dismember the Lackey. They're going to go to combat with only 1 land. They haven't played the second land yet. We take 4 life to do this, but it's better than them putting a fucking, like, I don't know, a Siege Gang Commander or a Muxus into. They play a Wasteland. Wasteland my seat at the Synod. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Don't play a second Lack. Fuck. Okay, I'm not okay with that. Frustratingly, Emry can't be used to play the Ancient Seat at the Synod or whatever the fuck it's called in the graveyard. But we can play the Mox Opal next turn. That puts us closer to Echo mana, which is nice. Well, I say closer. We can just Echo. 2 lackeys, no other land. We want to draw a removal spell or another blocker, ideally. Not. So, they're stuck on lands, so making them draw another 7 doesn't seem like the best idea in the world. But we kind of have to, because they're going to attack with 2 lackeys. We can only block 1, and that'll put something into play. And it could be something gross too, like a Muxus. So we're kind of designed to having to do. So we can play 1 more Emry. I should have played that before the first Emry, honestly, because then we would have had our choice of what to get out of the bin. But then I wouldn't have had a blocker. So we're going to cast Echo here. We found a load of stuff. I mean, Echo and Truth is definitely stuff. I guess the question is, do we Echo and Truth that got lackeys away, and then we Echo of Aeons them? That doesn't seem... Bounce the lackeys. Back this for blue. We cast an Echoes. Fill both our hands again. We found a Narset. Cool. Okay, so we are significantly ahead of our opponent here in terms of resources. They play a Cavern of Souls naming Goblin. Cast a Lackey again. We're going to cash in 1 bauble to look at a card in their hand. They reveal a Wasteland. We untap. And we draw 2 cards. A Narset and a Karn. I'm going to cast an Urza. They're going to Pyroblast my Urza. Oof. That hurts. I'm going to pass back to our opponent. We don't want to tap our Emry here because we need to block this fucking lackey. The 4th lackey of the game. Wasteland, okay. They Wasteland our Ancient Tomb. I'm okay with that. The attack of lackey. We're going to block. I'm assuming they've got something here like a tar fire or a pyrohemia or something to kill my Emry. No, they just said fuck it. Our next turn I think it was Karn into liquid metal coating and start tapping their lands or making the lands useless in upkeep. But fuck it, yeah, we echoed the shit out of those goblins. We've lost the die roll, so we've lost the game. Not really. That's just the dramatic. I don't know. I'm just trying to add a bit of drama to these slow plays a little bit more. You know, like oh my fucking god, I think we're dead. Okay, our opening hand is they're on Yorion, and we can go turn 1 Chalice of the Void and a Bauble. And okay, we can even line the Diamond to Echo if we really feel like it. As they're Yorion, we're probably against a Force deck, so going all in on this is probably not the best idea. I guess it's not all in on that. We're also going to try and rely on our Echo of the Aeons. Sorry, our Chalice of the Void. Hopefully they force the Chalice. So let's cast Chalice of the Void for 1. They're going to fetch. This makes me want to Echo even harder if this resolves. Because if it resolves, they don't have the counter magic. And it also really fucks with whatever they're doing with their Brainstorm. Now they've forced it, I don't want to Echo yet. Because that would put them up resources. And slowly crawl towards Narset plus Echoes. Misty Rainforest from our opponent, nothing else. We know they're playing actual straight up counter spells, so we've got to be aware of that in future. I'm going to try and cast the Karn, I think. Proactive. It's evocative. If they just straight up counter spell it, then if our plan is to Narset Echoes, I think straight up 1-for-1ing is reasonable. Now, next turn, we're still not going to crack this Bauble because we want to draw a Mox Opal. And it'll have the Thingy Craft online, and we can cast our Narset off the island into the Bauble. The Bauble into the Opal. Opal into my mouth. And remember Opal fruits. Back to basics from our opponent. Interesting. So we've got no Ancient Tomb now. We drew a Karn. I'm going to play a snow-covered island here. Sacking off our City of Traitors, and I think that Back to Basics might be backbreaking enough that I need to go for the Aeons. Maybe I can wait one more turn. 3 cards in hand from our opponent. Snow-covered plains, so they are literal snow. Not good. Not good. Okay. Draw Mox Opal, so that's nice. Doesn't do us a whole lot here, honestly. I think I'm going to just Echo because we're under a huge amount of pressure. This might just be terrible for us. Okay, we hit another land. So we cast Petal. They might have Force of Will now being the obvious problem. We won't be able to untap these lands. We're going to make a blue here, then play another Moxo. Keep this one. Cast a Lion's Eye Diamond. Chalice of the Void on 1. Narset? This will get forced if they have a force, I think. They don't have one? Okay. Let's look at the top cards of our library and try and find Echoes. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. So they can still cast spells, even if their hand is like 8 1-drop spells, they can still cast them into the Chalice. They'll get countered, but they would still go the Monastery Mentor. So the Monastery Mentor can easily, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, be able to kill a Narset here. They crack a Misty Rainforest. You get a snow-covered forest. They cast a fucking Oko. Oh no. Oh no indeed. They can now Elk our Chalice post-combat to unlock all their 1-drops after they've killed our Narset. And we have lost this game. Monastery Mentor plus Oko. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to beat when your lands are all tapped from Back to Basics. I wonder if they just don't Elk my Chalice and hope to kill me before I have anything relevant myself. Well, they make a 1-1 out of it. They elked my Lion's Eye Diamond instead. That makes sense. We drew a Seat of the Synod. I'm going to skew it up. My time is more valuable than this. Right, it's time to do better. To be stronger, faster. We're going to play first. We're going to see a Chalice of the Void hand, hopefully. Well, that's not what we wanted. This is a hand that plays a turn 1 Emry, so that's not terrible. Let's give that a shot. Okay, see at the Synod. Urza's Bauble. Mox Opal. She finds us an Echo, a City, a Lotus Petal, and a Lotus Petal. We kind of want one of those to be a Lion's Eye Diamond, but never mind. Pass back to our opponent. We can still cast an Echo in the bin. I guess we just want to have mana up after we cast the Echo, or we want to play a Narset beforehand. Ponder from our opponent. We're going to Bauble them to have a look at a card in their hand and draw 2 cards next turn. Find a Mystic Sanctuary in their hand, and we draw a Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay, well, in which case, Island, Bauble, Lion's Eye Diamond, crack the diamond for triple blue, bring back the diamond, cast the diamond, triple blue again, cast an Echo of Aeons. This will give them 2 cards back, but it'll give us 7 cards. Cool. Cast a Bauble. Cast an... Maybe we cast Urza last. Emry. Chalice of the Void, Mox Opal, and Lion's Eye Diamond into the graveyard. Cast an Urza. This plays around Daze, doesn't play around Force, but we can't really play around Force, honestly. It resolves. Sweet. And we now have Echo in Truth up. So we can Echo in Truth or Urza in response to a kill spell, or Emry, or Echo in Truth, they're back to basics or similar. I'm going to try and Chalice of the Void on 1 next turn, to turn off all their cantrips and their plowshares and such. Volcanic Island from our opponent, Pyroblast from our opponent. Gonna bounce the Euro back to... The Euro? Error on the brain. We're going to bounce the Urza back to our hand. They have a brainstorm. In response, they now dig for a Force of Will. So we have this like ridiculous stack of Pyroblast and Echo and Truths and Force of Wills, all hovering over the head of an Urza Lord High Artificer, which we all thought was the most push blue mythic we'd see in a while. And then they were like, hold my beer, here's an Oko, here's an Euro. It is weird that we don't talk about Urza anymore, right? Urza was the big hot shit for the longest time, and now no one really cares about him. He's been forgotten. Left by the wayside. So back to hand. Protected. And they scoop it up. They don't think they can recover from there. Sweet. We're on the 61 card special now. I added 2 defense goods and cut 1 side, but I couldn't bring myself to cut anything else. So yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, we got a Chalice of the Void on turn 1. If we draw a Petal, we can go Emry 2. Or even a Mox Opal, actually. No, can we do the Mox Opal? No, we can't do the Mox Opal. However, if our opponent forces our first Chalice and the second Chalice resolves, that's a feel-good. That's a feel-good moment. Astrolabe from our opponent. Bauble. Does this resolve? No, Force and Negations. We got 2 from 1 there. That was basically a Hymn to Turok. Abundant Growth from our opponent, which is basically just another copy of Astrolabe, right? It's just good with Yorion, I think. And so hard. They play another Astrolabe. They're just cantripping through their deck, which is pretty good in terms of like getting a board presence for when I come to spin the wheel, as it were. I want to slam a Karn here. Wow, they have Force of Will pitching Ice Van Coatl. Okay. Glad I didn't fire the second Chalice into it. Although we might get to a point where like the Chalice of the Void doesn't do anything because they've cast all their 1-drops and then just land a Mentor and, you know, punch us in the tits. Misty Rainforest grabs them a basic island. Back to basics right now would be pretty brutal. Astrolabe from our opponent. Down to 1 card in hand, 2 cards in hand. Please don't be fucking back to basic. Okay, no back to basics. We get to untap with our mana for 1 more turn at least. Cast the Lotus Petal. Play a Seat of the Synod. Play an Emry. Emry resolves. Putting Mox Opal, Emry and Chalice in the bin. Cast the Chalice. We can start using Bauble now to get a load of value off this Emry. End of turn they flash in an Ice Fang Coatl, another cantripping creature. I guess at this point they're going to be able to get huge amounts of... Part of me wants them to put Yorion in their hand this turn, then we untap and wheel the Yorion out of their hand. That'll be... Yorion's in their hand. They're going to draw 4... They're going to draw 5 cards off that Yorion. Top card of their library is... a Preordain. So maybe they won't hit the 5th land. Who knows? We want a Narset or a wheel. Or preferably Narset into wheel. Draw 2 cards. And Urza. Let's cast an Urza. Let's tap some artifacts and spin that wheel to see if we can find... Defense Grid's not terrible. Turns off their future counter magic. We are on 7, by the way. So a 4/5 flyer and the Ice Fang Coatl is kind of a problem. So Karn into bridge would help, obviously. Or just killing our opponent. Shouldn't have tapped... I should have tapped my Chalice of the Void and kept my Bauble untapped to draw more cards. Because we're under serious pressure here with this 4/5 coming in. Oh, they might have missed their 5th land drop, which is very good for us. I wonder if we can use Urza to put a Chalice of the Void on 5. Well, that's going to be sweet on these Astrolabes. We're going to spin the wheel on Urza. I could have put a Chalice of the Void on 3 here, but I'm assuming they must have something in hand, like counter magic. We cast a Bauble off of the Urza. We cast Opal out of the graveyard with Emry, and we go to attack for 8. Well, 9, I guess. There's no reason not to. We can cast Echoing Truth through our own defense grid, but it's going to cost us life to do so. So I'm just going to Echoing Truth the Astrolabes now. And they can force this if they spend 3 mana off the defense grid. They can protect this. There we go. Astrolabes go back to hand. Maybe they didn't protect it because they're like, oh, I want to cast them. But there's a Chalice of the Void on 1, so they have to blow up the Chalice of the Void first. They're cracking their Strand. Tropical Island off the Strand. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay. They can return my Construct to my hand here. Now they're going to return Urza to my hand. Interesting. I guess they can block the Construct with the Ice Fang. They must have counter magic in hand now. But they're tapped out and I've got defense grid, so... Whoops. Cast Urza. Get a Construct. Make a Bauble. Cast the Bauble. And then we're going to just cast a Chalice for 3, because that turns off Oko and Mentor. Go to combat attack with a 9/9, and they're going to have to block it with the Ice Fang Coatl now, aren't they? They can block it and that'll kill it. Wait, it's not even Death Touch here. Huh. Because the Astrolabe's been gone, and then the Jace can bounce 1 Construct. And if they play a land, they can play a Yorion for a blocker. I think I could have been way more efficient with how I tap for my mana with my Urza and things, and played my life total maybe another 2 points, but which would allow me to draw a bit deeper into my deck, but who knows. They Jace Storm. They play a Prismatic Vista. And they scoop it up. They've seen enough. Looks like all our fucking present pieces and constructs got us there. We have lost the die roll again, but we do have a hand. We do have a hand. I'm going to keep this, which might seem a little bit insane, but if the Chalice does its job, we've got an Emry on the board. We're like replaying things out of our yard. We can echo to refill. Hopefully ruin their day. All depends upon what our opponent's on, of course. They could be on magical Mox Diamond lands. Ish. Okay. Wasteland in the bin. Okay. Taiga. Okay. Well, this whole Chalice level on 1 doesn't seem so hot against lands or loam, if I'm honest. God, imagine this is a Thalia. Just life from the loam. Okay. We want to get our Chalice on 2. Ultimately. Okay. We drew a Karn, which we can cast here, and it turns off the Mox Diamond. And it can get us an Echo of Aeons. Okay, let's go City of Traders, Lotus Petal, Mishra's Bauble. Then we'll go colourless, blue, and we're going to cast Karn. Blue? Yep, there we go. Gotta go deep. Gotta go deep. Next time we can grab Lion's Eye Diamond. Hopefully draw a blue source, play the Emry before we wheel. In the meantime, boop, get rid of that. So they've got a Wasteland in their hand, which they're going to use on our City Traders, which I'm fine with. I'm okay with that, honestly. Worse things have happened at sea. Worse things have happened at sea. So any Mox Diamonds would be turned off with the Karn. Getting them to Wasteland us here seems hot, actually, because we're going to draw a load of new stuff. Oh, red mana for what now? A gamble. God damn it, Chalice the Void on 1 would have stopped that. They discarded a crop rotation. Okay. So I don't know what they gambled for, but we're going to do some wheeling. We're going to untap. We're going to draw a Chalice of the Void. We're going to downtick our Karn. We're going to grab a Lion's Eye Diamond and we're going to play it. We're then going to use the Lion's Eye Diamond to cast Echo of Aeons. They only have 2 cards in hand, but no, I don't care. Let's go Mox Opal. Let's go Island Emry. Yeah, that seems pretty legit. What have they crop rotated? Not what have they crop rotated. What have they gambled for is now probably, maybe, potentially not in their hand. There we go. Still coming up Kenobi. I'm doing alright. Coming out of my cage and I'm feeling just fine. Exploration from our opponent. It's pretty good for them here. Get them back in the game. Destiny Stage and a Taiga. Okay. I'm going to go looking at the top card of their library. We don't want to die to a random Marit Lage, so we probably want to just get Ensnaring Bridge into play. Drew an Island. Okay. Drew a Mox Opal. Okay. I'm going to play the Bauble. Downtick my Karn. Grab a liquid metal coating. Ancient Tomb and play liquid metal coating. Punishing Fire my Karn. Oof. I wasn't expecting that. I totally blanked on the idea of actually... Huh, yeah. Whoops. We're then going to just cast a Narset then. And try and find ourselves another Karn. I guess a Chalice the Void on 2 would be pretty hot. So now our liquid metal coating doesn't really do anything other than enable Metalcraft a bit better. I guess it allows Side to sack non-artifact lands. Mox Diamond from our opponent, which now does something. Oh, I should have played around the Punishing Fire. They discarded a Paducah Bug, but nothing else here. Okay. We're going to get to untap. What do we draw? Another chalice, eh? Down to Narset. Find a Lion's Eye Diamond. Cast a Lion's Eye Diamond. Cast a chalice for 0. Let's cast Urza first. I think we might have a Marit Lage in our future with the crop rotation, probably. Tap this for blue. Tap this liquid metal coating for blue. Play the Chalice of the Void on 1. And if they crop rotate into a Dark Depths here, we're just dead. No. That's not good. That's not good at all. Should have gotten an Ensnaring Bridge in Game 1 when they have no real way to deal with it, barring perhaps Oko. Okay. Maybe they'll mess up. Is that where we're at? Maybe. Okay. We've got to go deep now. We've got to try and cycle our hand through to find, I don't know, a Karn and a bridge. Keep this one. We're going to go blue, 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 blue. Float this. That's like 6 mana. Sack off this. Activate Karn. Hit Echo of Aeons, please. Or a Karn. Echo or Karn. That's a Lotus Petal. No! Fuck! Okay. Oh, we can go again. We can go again. But now hitting Karn doesn't do anything. So Echo, please. Lion's Eye Diamond. Shit. Well, that's 3 mana. We're now 2 off another. Okay, I'm going to have 6. If they make a Dark Depths Marit Lage token, we're fucking dead, my friends. We're fucking dead. Should have got that bridge. Got too cute with the Karn. Forgot about Punishing Fire. They did the right thing. They selected the right Dark Depths. They killed us. Okay, that wasn't great. Okay, let's see what we got. This is not one of those hands I can risk like the last time. Let's look at this. God. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Lion's Eye Diamonds and Chalices. Yeah, let's slam it. Let's fucking do it. I'm putting Chalice of the Void in the bottom of the library. I'm going to say done. I'm going to go... Okay. So we're going to go basic island. I was tempted to not play a land for when we echo and try and find a 2 mana producing land. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Float triple blue. Float triple blue. Echo of Aeons. Here we go. Let's just screw everyone's hands up. Here we go. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cast this. Cast this. Cast this. Use a blue mana off of this construct to cast this. We may be left with only 3 islands in our hand, but I'm okay with where we're at. We can cast another Echo next turn as well. This is sick! God, I love this deck. Foothills from our opponent. They grab a Taiga and they Red Elemental Blast my Urza. That makes sense, honestly. Stops me echoing again this turn. They got to grow with a Burmala's in hand. Do I want to draw more? I do. I want to keep drawing, so we're going to crack both our baubles. Untap. Draw 3 cards. Draw a Chalice of the Void. We're going to go... I've had a Mox Opal in the bin. That would allow us to echo. I'm unsure if that would have been correct though. Let's hit them for 2. I didn't even know lands played REB in the sideboard. Is that a new thing? Grove the Bromas from our opponent. Punishing Fire my Emry. That'll teach me to play out the second Emry. I keep forgetting about fucking Punishing Fire. We also draw a City of Traitors. Okay. Let's play Chalice the Void on 2, because it turns off Punishing Fire and Life from the Loam. Then we can cast the Echo in our graveyard next turn. Honestly, I grabbed this list from Goldfish. I don't know where the fuck we're playing Onamo. I guess you can untap an Emry? Yeah, I guess that's it. Nothing from our opponent. Play a Narset. Down, tick a Narset. Grab a Lion's Eye Diamond. Play an island. Lose a City of Traitors. Play a Lion's Eye Diamond. Use it to refill our hand and stop our opponent from having anything. Because of Narset. Beep boop. They have 1 card in hand. Play a Bauble. Nope. Okay, we don't even get to play out our hand and attack with our construct. Fucking... whatever. Okay, again, this is a hand we cannot keep. This is a hand that we can cast a turn 2 Karn from. I'm going to give this a shot. I've bottomed the Monamo, which might come back to bite me later on when I need double blue for a Narset or something. The Echo in Truth is pretty strong if we get like double Mox from our opponent or something. So Mox Diamond into Sylvan Library. Seems legit. Seems like a very good opening, and I'm kind of terrified. We drew a Bauble. Okay, so we're going to cast Bauble. Unwastable land. Bauble. Lotus Petal. And then we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. There's an argument for keeping the petal in our hand, actually, because if they just abrade our petal here, we're going to feel kind of stupid. Should have kept that in hand. But this does allow us to Echo in Truth, like, multiple Moxes in some weird circumstance where they thought sees the Karn away or something. I don't know. They pay 8 life for the lands from the Sylvan Library. Yeesh. Exploration from our opponent. That's been staged from our opponent. Maze of Ith from our opponent. Oof, okay. I'm going to look at a card in their hand and draw a card. Force of Vigor in their hand. Okay. Not great for us, but not the worst. We draw a Karn. Cast a Karn the Great Creator. We're going to tick down and grab an Ensnaring Bridge. Well, actually, Ensnaring Bridge is Force of Vigor or a ball, isn't it? So maybe we shouldn't do that. I'm going to get Liquid Metal Coating right now and just start on that plan next turn. Now, they've got 2 cards in hand. One is Force of Vigor. The other one is Punishing Fire. No, it's not. Cool, okay. Now, if we blow up the Grove of the Burn Willows with Liquid Metal Coating, they aren't going to get very far. They've paid another 4 life to go to 8. Second Grove of the Burn Willows. Second Thespian Stage. 2 cards in hand. One is a Force of Vigor and the other one is God knows what. We draw a Mox Opal. So we're going to City of Traitors, Mox Opal. I'm probably just going to keep the Echo in Truth up for an inverted Marital Age as the game goes on. We're going to go Liquid Metal Coating. I'm going to do the coating. I can't do the coating in their turn. It's stupid. It won't block the land. If we do it now, they could kill my liquid metal coating, but it doesn't really matter because I'd still lose the lands. Let's go blow up a road for the Bone Willows. Okay. Kill it. Because now it's now an artifact land. Make it CMC equal to its power and toughness. So we're going to 0 it to kill the grove. If they crop rotated now into a Dark Depths, we can... We're not dead thanks to Echoing Truth. Cool, it's gone. There's the crop rotation that we were playing around. Dark Depths, yep. The other card in hand is Force of Vigor, so we have to be scared of anything like Not of This World or another crop rotation into a Segia Step or anything like that. Cool, cool, cool. I'm just going to bounce it now. Okay. That was a lot of effort for them to make it 2020. They're now on 8. They don't have a Mazavith because they crop rotated it into it. They're going to be digging with the library to find another version of this, essentially. They paid another 4 life. Probably desperately trying to get land drops onto the board now so they don't die to, well, having no lands. Ancient Grudge on my liquid metal coating. Okay. Dark Depths from our opponent. Okay. They've still got Force of Vigor in their hand. Now this is where I need a Slash Panther in my sideboard, honestly. So I could just go grab Slash Panther, or not even Slash Panther, Fleetwood Cruiser and hit them. We have 1. No, we don't have 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. We don't have a Hasty Threat on our board, and they're on 4 life. God damn it. God damn it, indeed. We don't have the mana for Urza either. They're going to make a Marit Lage next turn. We can Crypt to get rid of our liquid metal coating. We can make an Ensnaring Bridge that they can blow up. I guess I down tick. Say yes. Grab an LED. Cast the LED. Turn on our Mox Opal. Cast an Urza. And threaten their life total next turn. Okay. They can obviously Punishing Fire to kill my Karn to unlock their Mox Diamond. They can't dig any deeper with the Sylvan Library because they're on 4 life. They can make a Marit Lage this turn if they make a land drop. If we get to untap with the Urza, then we get to go and get a Walking Ballista and just murder our opponent for a ton of mana. Life from the Loam, 3 lands back to hand, including Mazavith, so that protects them. They've got Ancient Grudge in the bin, so we've got to remember that actually Ensnaring Bridge won't get them that far. Although we can go like Karn, get Tormod's Crypt, exile the graveyard, then go Karn. Okay. They killed our Construct, which is weird because they got Mazavith. But okay. We drew a bauble. I'm just going to go get a Walking Ballista and kill them, I think. I need to be able to make 8 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we've got a lot of mana here. Like, a lot of mana. So let's make all that mana in our pool. And Alliance of Diamond, by the way, doesn't tap to sacrifice itself, look. So we can go... Just checking they can't Punishing Fire me here. No, they can't. So we make a little blue. Downtick Karn. This gives them access to Mox Diamond. Would I like to use Karn's ability? Yes. I'm going to grab Walking Ballista. I'm then going to cast a Walking Ballista for a ton of mana. 6 damage. Here we go. It's basically Fireball. Who needs combo kills that are unique or interesting when you've got Walking Ballista? Okay, we've won the die roll. That's good. I love it. Yeah, we can redraw. Let's go for it. We're going to go Seat of the Synod, Lion's Eye Diamond, blue mana, Emry. Hit some stuff that doesn't matter. Cool. And then we're just going to draw a new hand. And then what that might do is upset our opponent if it really messes their hand. It's kind of like a forced mulligan. Except we start now with an Emry and a land, and an Urza's Bauble, and a Lion's Eye Diamond, and a Mishra's Bauble, all in play. Seems alright, really. Seems alright. Our opponent goes Volcanic Island. Is this into a Delver? Or they're going to bolt my poor Emry. Nope. That does it. We take it. I'm going to look at a card in their hand. And we're going to look at a card on top of their library. So Delver of Secrets in their hand. A Lightning Bolt on top of their library. We're going to untap. Draw 3 cards. This doesn't get dazed. But to be honest, we need to put pressure on them here to actually interact with us. Oh, it didn't get dazed. That's pretty good. Now we cast Mishra's Bauble. And we make a Thopter. A Thop. Fuck yes. Our opponent casts a Dreadhorde Arcanist that can replay that Chain Lightning out of the bin next turn. That plus the bolt that they drew means that they can kill my Sai. We drew a Chalice of the Void, which is just so good here. I guess we'll just cast Chalice for 1, turning off the Delver and the Chain Lightning in the bin and the Lightning Bolt in their hand, and we can pay for days here. So if they have Force of Will, they definitely have to force it, and they didn't. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Attack for 1 in the air. They didn't do a whole lot and pass back to us. I cast an Urza because it gives us so much mana if they don't have a counterspell here. Yeah, look at all this mana. Cast the Narset. And they skew it up. They have seen enough of this game. I kind of want to bring these defense grids in, but I'm not even sure what I'd cut. That felt like a good matchup. Chalice and Narsets are good against Delver. Okay, we got a turn 1 Chalice of the Void, so I'm going to keep it. Would love to draw a Lotus Petal to make sure that we can play the Chalice through a daze. Might be worth just not firing it off because of the fear of a daze. Yeah, I'm going to give it a wait. Give it a wait. I'm going to wait my shot. I'm not going to fire the shot right now. Words. Chalice being so fucking good against Delver, I think just resolving it increases our chances by a huge margin. However, of course, not firing off here, they didn't have days, means they can cast this Brainstorm, and they can untap, and they can cast a Ponder plus a Delver, so there's a huge amount of tempo and disruption lost by playing it on turn 2. Well, a Dreadhorde Arcanist, okay, it's better than going Ponder into Delver, I think, as long as this spell we're about to cast resolves. Should have played my Seat of the Synod here. Doesn't really matter. We still get to play Emry this turn. Well, if I played Seat, we could have played Emry before the Chalice and see if they'd force that instead. And we could still play the Emry. So yeah, they should have played the Seat of the Synod. Fuck, Magic is hard. We got a 2-for-1 out of them though. They have wastelanded our Ancient Tomb, and they will get to cast a Brainstorm after Dreadhorde Arcanist, which is huge. This is where they basically start to take over the game, because casting cantrips for free is fucking strong. Well, not even casting for free, it's double casting. Cast them again. Ponder from our opponent post-combat, which means they can cast that again next turn, which makes me very, very sad. I guess we can shuffle their graveyards in with Echo. Echo's pretty good graveyard here. We find a Lion's Eye Diamond on top of our library, which means we can cast Echo here. Refuel their hand, but it will empty their graveyard. It's a hard one. Are they faking a Pyroblast? Is that what that was? Was that a faked Pyroblast? I'm gonna fucking test it. I'm gonna pretend that I don't give a shit. That was not a real Pyroblast. Oh, it was a real Pyroblast. Well, fuck. Well, that wasn't what we wanted to happen. Why did it get exiled? Oh, because I cast it with flashback, friends. This is how flashback works, you fucking moron. Kill my Emry now with the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Yeah, calling that bluff was, suspect. They're gonna kill my Emry. Okay. I guess I could have just tried to draw some lands. They would have pyroblasted my Emry anyway, but then I have a lot of cards in hand. Cards in hand are good. They cast a Ponder here. We drew a Petal, which is... I think I'm gonna have to scoop and go to game 3 soon. I just don't have the fucking... don't have the, what's the word I'm looking for? The energy levels to play this out. But I'll go a couple more turns, because you never know. Although I've got to sit here and watch my opponent resolve Ponders. And if there's a magic spell in all of Magic that is played as a 4 of, that is frustrating to watch someone resolve, it's definitely Ponder. Especially when you're behind. They're just over there, like, basically fucking tutoring whatever they want at the top of their library. And I'm over here empty-handed, wishing I'd not try to call my opponent's bluff. They've played a Narset, which I'm not going to lie to you, is a little bit rough. Didn't find anything though, so that's nice. We can play a Bauble next turn. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Or we can play a Mox Opal all the way lowest pedal. No, just a Mox Opal for mana. Brainstorm from our opponent. Crack on the Scalding Town to transform the stuff they just put back into the line with Brainstorm. And they can now take down Narset. Oh, the sheer value and selection on offer. They fail to find anything with Narset again though, which is pretty impressive. They cast a Ponder. I'm going to block to conserve some life. They found a Bolt for the Emry anyway, so the blocking and whether or not we kill Narset is irrelevant. I'm going to crack my Bauble here so we can draw 2 cards next turn. Top card of their library is a Wasteland. Okay, so we're about to get Wastelanded. We need to draw cards that aren't lands here, but then we're going to need lands afterwards. What do we draw? Oh, shit. We only draw 1 card because of Narset. Fuck that right up. This is a slow and cumbersome hand that doesn't do anything, so we're going to mulligan this. This hand has a Narset and an Echo in it. I guess we keep this. Put the tomb on the bottom. Say done. We're going to leave with basic Island Go, which is pretty fucking bad. Our opponent has mod to 5. I guess they are scared of us having a really explosive opening turn. We pass to our opponent with an island up, and they know we don't play 1-drops. At least they know we play like 1-drop spells pre-board, I guess. They crack their Flooded Strand. They preordain. Good! A Delver would have been more scary as a threat. They put 1 on top and 1 in their bum. We untap and we draw a Sai. So we're just gonna... No, we don't. We draw an Urza. I'm too busy thinking about what I'm doing. I'm going to cast a Sai here. I don't mind if this is Daze, but of course we'd love for it to resolve and for Narset to find us an artifact next turn. Like a Lion's Eye Diamond being the perfect one, giving us a Thopter and the ability to cast Echo. But no, they Daze. That's fine. Volcanic Island from our opponent, but nothing else. They're keeping it up. This might be a Pyroblast in our future. We drew a Chalice of the Void, so I think I'm just going to slam that. Chalice on 1 is very good here. Can't be Pyroblasted. Turns off Pyroblast and preordains and Brainstorms and Ponders and Delvers and Chain Lightnings and Lightning Bolts. So quite a lot of shit, honestly. They cast Brainstorm in response. Chalice resolves. We pass back to our opponent. They cast an Arcanist. We draw a Seat of the Synod, so we can cast an Urza here, playing around Daze. Then we can cast a Narset not playing around Daze. Let's see how that goes. Does this get Daze? It doesn't. Down tick our Narset. Find a Mishra's Bauble? Sure. Cast the Bauble. And pass back to our opponent. Perhaps they'll slam a Narset now. I'm assuming post-board they have a Braid or something else that can kill a Chalice of the Void. Yeah, part of me thought about just taking the other Chalice of the Void with a Narset. They can attack now and get a Preordain, which they will. War Brainstorm. The Preordain just allows them to scry 2 and then not draw a card. because of Narset. We drew an island. We're going to down-tick Narset, having a look for a Lion's Eye Diamond or similar. Found another Chalice of the Void, so I guess we just take that. We play an island. We tap for 2 blue. We play a Chalice of the Void on 1. And they skew it up before we can echo them out of a hand. Sweet! Okay, we've won a die roll, so we've basically won the game. Opening hand's going to be turn 1, Chalice of the Void, nothing else. Sure! Oh god. This deck makes me keep really questionable. They've mulled to 6, mulled to 5. What if they keep a hand of all 1-drops? Chalice of the Void. Bauble. Bauble. No fair deck ever starts with them. Island. Lotus Petal. Chalice of the Void for 1. Does this resolve? Force of it. Ditching a Daze. So they must be Delver. They're down to 3 cards now, but we're down to 2. We're going to crack one of these baubles, to be honest. Keep the other one around. So we now know one of the cards in their hand is a Polluted Delta. So they have 3 cards in hand. 1 is a Delta. They're going to play a Lotus Petal. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Is this old school Reanimator? Is this Storm with counter magic? What the... I assumed it was Delver because of the Daze, but it's not. Oh no. My hand. Oh. Oh no. Oh. I almost F6 in my turn thinking that was my card for the turn. And it wasn't. Just so everyone at home is following. That was almost awful. Okay, so our Karn will turn off their petals, so that's nice. We're going to crack this bauble here because it doesn't enable Meadowcraft because we're so far. We're 2 whole things off of Meadowcraft. So we're going to crack the bauble. Look at their hand again. We know that they've got another petal in hand. They haven't cast it. They're Storm. They're Storm. Let's be real. They're Storm. Lion's Eye Diamond. Putting Echo of Aeons in the graveyard. Now, I would just snap that off if I was insane. But if they're Storm, giving them like 7 cards to untap with and the Lotus Petal in play is awful. So we want to stick this Narset first by playing the Lotus Petal in our bin. And then going from there. Now, if they're Storm, there's a chance we just fucking die. But hopefully with a mull to 5, they can't just kill us on turn 3. They've cast a Preordain. They're cracking their Polluted Delta in the Underground Sea. What will we see with our eyes? Thoughtseize. That's going to take my Narset, isn't it? Fuck's sake. Yeah, right, fine. Petal from our opponent. We really want to draw a Soul Land here to slam Karn. That would be strong. We drew another Emry. We're going to cast a Chalice of the Void for 2. For 1, sorry. X equals 1. Because I think a Chalice will fuck them up if they are Storm. There we go. What a strange game of Magic this is. This turns off Ponders, Preordains, Brainstorms, Thoughtseizers, and Dark Rituals. And there you go. The Mulligan, then the Chalice. We got them. Okay, so we can turn to a Karn. Sure. I'm going to give a turn 2 Karn into Lion's Eye Diamond into Echo a chance. Give it a chance. Now, if I draw a Lion's Eye Diamond on turn 1, will I go for it? Probably not. Don't forget, they have got counter magic, so like ditching your hand to cast an Echo is rough if they force it. We're going to untap. They had a full... Well, they mulled to 6. They mulled to... Chalice up at top. Come on, baby. Ancient Tomb it is. Pass back to our opponent. Annoyingly, our sideboard doesn't have any good, like, combo fuck-ups, I guess. Sorcerer's Spyglass kind of does, maybe? They missed a land drop. We are going to play a Karn. This will probably get forced or dazed, because I'm assuming they've got something. If they haven't got lands, they've got to have spells, right? Yeah, there's the force. Getting rid of Flusterstorm. Okay. Okay, they've kept a 1-lander off the power of their interaction because they're probably scared of the explosiveness of what our deck can do. Understandable. We have drawn another land, which is less than ideal. However, it does mean we can cast an Echo next turn. When your opponent's like fucking mana screwed, that's not so hot. Our opponent's missed a land drop again, so we're drawing nothing but lands, but they're drawing no lands. And I think that favours them a little bit, honestly. We drew another land. Another fucking land. I guess we want to not Echo and then have no mana. We want to Echo and have a Lion's Eye or a Soul Land afterwards. So we're going to play an island and pass the turn. What might happen is our first Echo gets like countered again. They might have another Force of Will or a Daze. I'm going to do something here because we've drawn literally nothing but lands. So I'm going to cast an Echo and I'm assuming this will get countered. Although them shuffling their 6 away and drawing a fresh 7 might be what they want. Dark Ritual. Oh fuck, are they going to add nauseam after the Echo? That's going to be... Oh no. Bad times if they just Echo into ad nauseam. They might as well float that mana. Okay. What have we got? Bauble. Petal. Brainstorm. God, don't ad nauseam me, bro. Don't fucking do it. Please, for the love of God, don't do it. Emry resolves. Do we find a Chalice in the bin? We do find a Chalice in the bin. We can cast a Chalice next turn. Entomb. Oh, this is old school reanimate? Oh, fuck. On the upside, if they exhume, we get an Urza. So exhume would be fine. I'd rather an exhume over an animate dead or a reanimate. Maybe this is Tin Fins. Or it's just straight up reanimate. The old school blue-black reanimator playing dazes and counter spells. That's pretty crazy. Goryo's Vengeance. That's... Maybe this is Tin Fins. Holy fuck. They go to 9. Not 9? They go to 9 by drawing 7. They play a Petal. They draw another 7 going to 2. I think this is Tin Fins. They play out their Petals. They play a Children of Chorus. This is literal Tin Fins. We're getting stormed off by a Grizzlebrand reanimating Storm deck. They draw another 7. They go down to 10. They now have 22 cards in their hand. For those who don't know what this is, Children of Chorus undoes the life loss that you get for drawing 14 cards off of Grizzlebrand. It's pretty fucking crazy. I guess there's a question as to whether or not they should have done it post-combat, but it doesn't matter. They have the tendrils. Okay. So we know they are literally the Storm Reanimator combo here. Fucking hell. Oof, that hurt. Okay, what can we get turn 1? Let's find out. Ancient Tomb into Chalice, a Bauble, a Defense Grid. I'm gonna give this a shot. All these Baubles are pretty hot. I wonder if we lead with Defense Grid. I think we do. This makes our Chalice like uncounterable next turn, right? So they kind of have to counter this. Yeah, there you go. Force of will out of our opponent, ditching a Daze. Delta from our opponent. Go look at a card in their hand. Shallow Grave in their hand, which is another Goryo's Vengeance style card. Put the top creature card from your graveyard into play. Also going to look at their hand with Bauble as well. Abrupt Decay. Holy shit, they've got it all. That's a problem. Okay, we drew enough mana to be able to Chalice for 2, but they'll just decay it. So what does that even do here? What does that even do? Defense Grid. Are they going to daze this? Brainstorm in response to the Defense Grid, because they need to do it this turn. Okay. Defense Grid lands, and then we're going to cast Chalice of the Void on 1. They're going to decay this, but at least it takes them a turn to do it, and they have to do it on their turn. They can't do it on our turn. Now, what we need to draw is... I don't know. Even our payoff. I guess an Urza or a Narset or an Emry. Any of those things would be perfectly fine as well. The Abrupt Decay our Chalice of the Void. We want to rip another Chalice, honestly. That would be pretty good too. We drew an Urza, which is pretty good here. We lose the City of Traders and we cast... Next turn I can even fire off my Lion's Eye Diamond to just use the mana to spin Urza if we need to. Entomb from our opponent. Oh, fucking hell. And then I'm going to Shallow Grave the Grizzlebrand, and we've got to hope to God. We've got to hope to God that they don't hit enough petals here to go off. They only have 2 cards in hand. They draw 7 going to 10. We want them to whiff on both petals and Children of Corliss. They hit a petal. God, I wish this was a Karn. Even then they could have just attacked it, I guess. Dark Ritual off the petal. Entomb. Children of Corliss, yeah, there we go. The strength of the toolbox once it starts going is insane, because not only did we want them to whiff on both Lotus Petal and Children of Corliss, but obviously we don't want them to entomb Shallow Grave or entomb Exhume or entomb Reanimator, whatever, at Children of Corliss as well, which they can obviously do with their toolbox. So it's kind of difficult to stop them going off once we get there. We didn't really have any sideboard options against this. Echo Intruders and Dismember's just not being good enough. There's a chance they whiff, there's a chance they fuck it up, but I guess if they're 4-0, like I am in this league, they must be a god, like me. So the chance of a god making mistakes is so low. When I punt, it's all on purpose, to make the mortals around me feel better about things, you know? So I looked away, and they shuffled their library back in. They have 14 cards in hand now. Post-combat, did we get to untap? Oh my god! They fuck! What the fuck happened there? I started checking Twitter. I literally looked away. I was about to say, we're dead. I can't even look at the game log. I think they cast an Echo of Aeons off and shuffle their graveyard. No, because our graveyard's there. I looked away, looked back, saw them attacking, thinking they would then draw down to 3 and finish us with the Stormcast 7 post-combat, but they just didn't get there. They just didn't get there. So there you have it, my first 5-0 in like a fucking year or more. Cool. Deck's good. Do love a bit of the old Echoes. Hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the fucking link in the description below to go vote for my dog on Facebook, because he needs to win. Baby Bovril must win this competition. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.